Talkin Football on WTNS, brought to you by the Jeff Drennen Dealerships.
Welcome to Talkin Football here on WTNS, brought to you by the Jeff Drennen Dealerships. I'm Casey Claxon here with Steve Cores. We're filming Talkin Football today at Jeff Drennen's Otsego Avenue location. We are ready to close the books, Coos, on the high school football season, at least the regular season, that is. Give us a recap of the Coshocton-Riverview game that you and Chris called last week.
Well, I'll tell you what, Riverview played well. It was a good ball game in the first half, went in the locker room 10-6, but a big run by quarterback Gannon Unger to start the second half. And Riverview went on to win to close out a 5-5 season. Coshocton 1-9 on the campaign. Not exactly what they wanted to have, but have a lot of kids back, and they'll be looking forward to next season.
As we move on to the postseason play, the Ridgewood Generals draw the number 2 seed in Division 5, Region 19, and they will play the Portsmouth Trojans at home this Saturday.
Well, I'll tell you what, Portsmouth's going to have a guy, brings in a nice football team. They're 8-2 on the season, have some big wins. They have a dynamic running back that Ridgewood's going to have to be able to contain. Defensively, they've given up a lot of points, which I know Coach Slusser will be looking at that, licking his chops with his offensive powerhouse at Ridgewood.
The Ridgewood seniors are equally excited about playing a home playoff game this Saturday.
Oh, it's awesome. You know, 2 straight years with the home playoff game. It's a humongous deal for the community, and can't wait to put on a show next Saturday night and hopefully represent the community well and get a big win.
Just all the fans being there, and it's going to be a big game because it's win or go home. So it's just going to be a great atmosphere out there.
We're pretty pumped about it. You know, you only think you have 5 home games, and we got another one, which that's pretty cool. And you know, the place will be there'll be lots of support. The place will be packed, and it'll be a really good environment. Looking forward to it.
It means a lot to me. I mean, it's been a big goal to host another home playoff game, and to be able to host 2 is big. It's a big thing, especially when the school's only held 5, and be able to host 2 of them. It's a great feeling.
Oh yeah, the atmosphere there is crazy. Like last year against Amanda Clear Creek, there were so many people there. It was fun to play in, and I'm glad we get another opportunity to do that.
It's great because last year, I mean, we got to do it, and we're lucky enough to win. But to be able to do it back-to-back years here, it's extremely exciting, and I just can't wait.
Well, I think Coach Susser said we've only had 4 ever, and to have 2 of them, that's insane. I mean, we're very lucky, very fortunate.
It's just awesome that we're able to do that, especially 2 years in a row. We work hard all season, and I think that's something that we have been able to earn, and so it's a great feeling to be able to go 10-0 and have a home playoff game. So hopefully we can win that one and then maybe make a deep tournament run. So
it's exciting to be able to play 2 out of the 4 years a playoff game at home. There's not many people that have been able to do it, especially around here. You don't get the opportunity very often, but whenever you do, you got to grab it.
Earlier today, Coos had a chance to sit down with head coach John Slusser and get a scouting report on the Portsmouth Trojans.
We're with head coach John Slusser. And, Coach, you finished up a great season, 10-0, got a big win over one of your rivals in Newcomerstown. Just a reflection on the season before we get into the playoff situation.
Well, I mean, obviously it was, when you go 10-0, that's a great season, I mean, without saying. But I think people forget how hard it is to win 10 games. And I think sometimes our kids even forget how hard it is to win 10 games. That's quite an accomplishment. It was a big deal because I told our kids now, regardless of what happens, that's something they can't take away from us. We accomplished that as a team. So now we switch goals. Now we switch goals into a new season, and we want to try to advance each week and win each week. And obviously we've got our hands full the first one with Portsmouth and a good player. So we're excited. We're excited to be at home, and we're looking forward to this Friday night.
Yeah, that's the one thing I wanted to touch on as well. You really can't overstate how important it is to get that first game at home.
Well, since I've been here, we've played 3 of them at home. We've won all 3. So, and I think most people will tell you this, we play a lot better here than we do on the road. And so that's a big deal for us.
All right, have Portsmouth coming in, a team that obviously people around here don't know much about. We do know they have an outstanding running back, a young quarterback. Just kind of give us a thumbnail of what you know at this point.
They're pretty good. Obviously, at this time of year, everybody who plays pretty good. Everybody's got a guy. I think their guy might be better than a lot of people's guy. But, I talked to their coach the other day, and I said, listen, I think we're pretty good defensively, and we do some good things, but we haven't seen a back like the Parker kid in probably since these guys have been in school. So, we can go back in time. We played JFK in the playoffs with the Elsie guy and some other people like that. But this kid's pretty good. He's a game changer. He's going to make some plays against us. We're just going to have to try to weather the storm and control him the best we can.
All right, defensively, don't know much about it. I know they've given up some points occasionally. What do you expect in that type of situation?
They're not big up front, but they're pretty athletic, and they do run to the ball pretty well. We like some of the matchups, but we don't like some of the other things. But that's what you get each week. Sometimes you play a team where you think you can do this, but you can't do that. We do know this. They're going to come up and they're going to run around and try to hit us, and their kids are aggressive, and they'll do a good job with it.
All right, now we talk about Ridgewood. Things you want to do maybe a little differently. Is that I've always felt like if you're a veteran team and you've got a system, you stick with what you know. But I'm sure there'll probably be some wrinkles once you take a look at their film.
Well, defensively, we kind of are who we are, and we feel pretty good about it. I mean, each week we make some kind of defensive adjustments, and with the Parker kid, there's going to be a few adjustments according to him. We've got to get hats to the ball with him. Offensively, that's Coach Cabot's thing, and you only know what he's drawing up. I mean, I don't know. He's like a mad scientist. I don't know what he'll come up with, but I'm sure he'll have different ideas. It's hard to tell. I don't even want to kind of guess. It's unfair. But I'm sure we'll be ready offensively, and defensively I think we'll be ready. We just have to make sure that we get number one to the ground when we get a chance, because that's going to be it's probably going to be whether we win or lose the game. If we can get number one to the ground, I like our chances. If we can't, it's going to be a problem.
So join us for the pregame show on Saturday night from Ridgewood High School. That'll start at 6:30 with a kickoff at 7 o'clock here on FM 99.3. And you can listen live on the internet at mywtnsradio.com. This is Talkin Football on the sports voice of East Central Ohio, FM 99.3, WTNS Coshocton.
Talkin Football on WTNS, brought to you by the Jeff Drennen Dealerships.